Hey friends, sorry about that. We had some problems, and by had some problems, I mean like my computer just went. "Bleh." But we're back. Hello. Anton, recap us real quick.
We fought the Bronze Dragon. It after it dropped Vigil to 0 HP, it like calmed down a little bit, and seemed to chill out and said essentially, "I'm willing to parlay." And so we did. We agreed to parlay with it. It carried Vigil off unconscious. Enzo resuscitated the Time Lieutenant and pretended to be the Inquisitor Elusive, and sent some disinformation back to Fort Denis. And then we joined up with the Bronze Dragon in its, I was going to say lair, that sounds rude, home. And learned all about it and its Duergar friend. And it wants to stop the Tieflings, big surprise there, and it wants our help doing it. That's pretty much it. And then I inverted Elusive's bag of holding, which had a pile of stuff this long. We have now finally finished splitting up.
Whew.
So picking up right there, do we know what the talisman does? Has Identify been cast on it? Or is it just, like, non-magical?
Another fucking Maragon.
The talisman is magical and essentially has a magic myth.
What?
It says, assuming that spell does what he thinks it does. No, don't give me magic mouthwash.
Magic
This is a problem that D&D wizards have got to have. They're like trying to cast spells, and their brain just goes, this one, and they go, no.
Yeah, I'm sure that happens.
Wall of fire? Wall of fire? No, wall of force.
Wall of furries.
That's a different spell. That's homebrew and banned in many countries for various reasons.
So
The cleanup time is.
What are you saying?
it is under the effect of a magic mouth spell. At the utterance of a passphrase, it will return with a passphrase.
Okay.
And do they usually speak in common in the mountain's name?
No.
In infernal in the mountain's name?
It is in Infernal.
Oh, what is the passphrase?
Yeah, do you learn the passphrase with Identify?
I mean, we did with the gates. I don't see why it wouldn't work on this.
Well, it's more a triggering number of phrases if it taught a particular thing. So I'm just wondering whether it would give all the details. I can identify.
Ruining your secrets. What's up?
It's not so much ruining secrets.
Say it doesn't
it's just
work.
it's yeah.
It could just not work, which is totally feasible because some things are warded against identification
Right.
spells.
Yeah. It doesn't reveal the specific terms, but the nature.
It's an item specifically for secret codes and such. A first level spell probably shouldn't foil it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's helps with the cipher in the book.
Maybe the cipher's just something they know.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, we need to sit with that for a while and have a think about that. Actually, do you mind if I
What was in the files, Vision?
News on the two spies from Raccoon. One is dead, the other is not.
The other one's probably
Us?
not dead, but
No, two others. The two others that Karankalax mentioned.
What's the living one? What's their situation?
Quote unquote had their mind stolen, or something for 30 days.
yeah, Eltis told
So-
me about that spell. To be careful for it. It's called Feeble Mind. It basically
Ah,
fucks
how
you
old's
up
the letter?
for- The date was 52 days ago.
so they're back.
Maybe. The
Unless
thing
it was
is-
recast.
No, it's more like it stays until you manage to overcome it.
Didn't
So-
it say 30 days?
Right, and about for whatever reason the magic cycles and you get it's a saving throw every 30 days.
Is that really how it works? It's nuts.
Feeble Mind is bad. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's nasty magic. It's war magic.
I mean, did it say where they were kept? Cradle?
They teleported away apparently, right, Vigil?
Correct.
Yeah, so
How did they teleport if their mind
simultaneous
was
casting.
gone?
So if there's like a confrontation, it might have cast a teleport spell in the space before she blinked away.
Okay,
Feeble
maybe
Mind.
contingent. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, teleported away to a Kun. Why didn't we hear about this? So maybe we did. Maybe this is the person who gets it all started.
Well, they said that the
This-
2 spies had been discovered and they'd stopped receiving reports of them. I'm presuming that these are these 2.
The thing is that if she had Feeble Mind cast on her when she emerged on the other side of her teleport, if Teresa's a she, sorry, could be a he or a they, I don't know. The thing is, when they emerged on the other side of their spell, they wouldn't remember anything. They wouldn't be able to think. They wouldn't be able to act. They wouldn't go back to Caranculax
yeah.
because they wouldn't be able to process any of it. So, and if they're still under the effects of that spell, they still don't know. I can try. There's a picture here, and I can try sending them to see if I get a response. But Feeble Mind, it's Wizard Bane. It's the worst thing that can happen to a caster.
That's an interesting idea. Why don't you try that? Try sending this, Teresa.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a shot. Bit of a headache, but I'll try it. I will try to cast. I won't try to cast. No, I will. I've got 1 4th level slot left. Boop. There it goes. I will try to cast Sending to Teresa Juanat.
Okay. If you cast Sending, it does not find a target.
As in it failed, or
Yes.
like it did with Tajikar, or she's in another plane.
It's the same
Same thing.
sensation.
I think she might be dead. Or somewhere I can't send a Sending to.
Didn't
No
reach
luck.
her.
Hold on.
Perhaps this is a pseudonym. Perhaps that is why you cannot reach her.
Or perhaps
Well, I'm not familiar with her either, which makes it harder, but none of the sendings I've sent. No, the one to the dragon worked, so sorry, to Savarak worked, sorry. I was just going to think maybe something was preventing me from sending people at all, but
I'm gonna try casting Ascending. I use Shadow Magic to
That's-
create a copy of Evocation spell sending.
That's cool. Wait, how'd you...
You tell me what that looks like, Owen. I wonder if that message gets intercepted by anyone. Seeing as I'm casting it.
You can't intercept sendings, as far as I know.
Unless you are a fucking warlock and your pack
Patron
pack daddy
provides
gives
the
you
magic.
everything. The correct term is pack daddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sweaty leather pack daddy.
Stop!
Damn it!
In this case, Owen, it wouldn't be snakeskin instead.
That's true. Sweaty snakeskin pack daddy.
Stop!
Oh, that's even worse, actually.
Stop it!
Oh.
Stop it!
Sell me that snake oil. So it's like someone passed the runes and casting of sending through a slightly off color filter, and the runes don't summon in the same way. It's almost like they kind of fold into the air rather than being evoked.
Wow. I don't like that. It's cool.
Yeah. Instead of that sort of bright energy of evocation, it's an almost sickly parody.
Evocation. Sending.
Who knows?
That's weird. Alright, whatever.
And are you sending to the same target, Nenzo?
No. I'm sending my sending to Caranculax.
Okay.
And I'm asking, And I'm choking on pizza, sorry. And I'm asking, hello, it's Enzo. We have names of 2 possible Aconite spies. Yunandros Carmelo, Teresa Juanat. Can you report what you know about them?
25.
Okay. You get a response.
That's good.
I know of Anandros Carmelo. There's a hesitation, was loyal to us. I know nothing of this Teresa Jonat. I wish you the Eidolon speed.
Okay. It was about 22 words.
You get the next 3 words of his conversation he was having. Back to business. That's all.
Nice.
Caranculax
Oh. That's good.
knows Yunandros Carmelo. He says he was loyal to him, which I assume means he's dead. That's what it
Yeah,
said.
you got-
I
you
said
got-
the one is dead, yes.
No mention of Teresa Juanat, which means he doesn't know, which is curious. Maybe they mistook somebody for a Aconite spy.
Yeah, he said he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know who Teresa Jonat is. He doesn't know the name.
That or like she was like super secret spy where he doesn't know her.
Fun.
Well, it's a dead end, this line of investigation.
Yeah.
So
I can ask Freyrin tomorrow. But if she's alive or not. But
what do you think, people? Rest up here?
Yeah.
A journey on our own towards the cradle? Try to see if we can... Well, the dragon's here right now with us. We're all outside, right? Having just dumped stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it's a ritual. I could do it now, but
Do what?
I can ask Freyrin if she's alive. I can basically ask Freyrin things now, which is fun.
Do any of you have spells to get information from the body?
Yeah,
tomorrow.
The closest I have would be bringing her back, and I believe the window has expired for that.
I can ask her 5 questions. I just
That
need
would
her
be
head.
very useful.
But I can't do it today. I need her prepared.
Savrak, as it was.
Yes.
What do you intend with us now that we have been brought here?
We seem to share a purpose.
That we do.
I will do what I can to help.
And I'm to believe that this means you will not kill me in my sleep.
I would not need to wait.
No, you would not. You would do so now and have no retribution for the rest of us, presumably.
Gentlemen, can we... Less killing.
I simply wish to know on what terms we stand.
I sense you speak true. You wish... You hold resentment for those who claimed... looks like for those below.
Yes. They have taken things from me as well. I once had flight. I do not now.
I will help you where I can. My knowledge, my experience is more. Seems to be lost in memory for a moment. Marshal.
Like Turk.
Give me an army, and I could pick them apart in a month. I do not have an army.
Savarak, what do you know of a coon?
I know the sunken city cares for gold and trade more than anything else.
And you are aware that a coon has sent us on our objective here.
Yeah, we
I've heard.
told him everything.
Then, when a coon's army marches, and presumably we get our
Coon has
information
spent
out,
800 years abiding by strict neutrality.
and they intend to break that soon. Which is the reason we have been sent.
Color me copper the day it happens.
Then prepare the paint.
You get a laugh that kind of betrays the fact that this is a dragon in humanoid form, as it is deep and kind of you see gravel on the ground shake a little.
So, I'm sorry. You want to see the Cradle and Ludus Cavoli deposed, the land cleared of them. Right?
Yes.
And you want an army. And Akun is probably going to war with the Cradle of Cavol soon. And Akun has Caranculex as a Dragonborn general or something, or leader. Why not just join up with them?
I could send you there.
You,
That is the point I was getting to, yes.
or you can fly there yourself, show up, and out of respect, they'll probably give you a fucking general title on the spot.
Or I can send you there, but yeah.
Are there no historians among you? Then you
Yeah.
know that when Cavol conquered these lands, somewhat 120 years ago,
But yeah.
Akun simply signed an accord the day they marched upon their doorstep.
Because at that point, Holy Might was at its peak. At that point,
And allying with Cavol was more profitable.
also to save the lives of their citizens.
Yeah.
I make no illusions about Cavol's previous involvements.
I would side with Akun the day it shows it cares for more than money.
Savarok, with respect. I'm trying to
Then,
figure out how to word this circle.
Well, yeah, Turk's gonna kind of just like, yeah, I was gonna say just like, well, I suppose we'll have to show you then. We'll either,
Indeed.
so we'll be back, and hopefully we'll bring you the proof that you need. But thank you for your offer of help, conditionally at least.
Could ask Caranculax himself if you like.
Hmm.
I'm much younger than you, I imagine. And I don't know everything, obviously. But sometimes we have to ally ourselves with people that we ordinarily wouldn't for a greater cause. And the world itself is tearing itself to pieces. Seas are coming undone. Something's wrong with the mountains. Kavol is doing God knows what with those tiefling souls. Again, sir, with respect, this is bigger than all of us. This is bigger than gold. This is bigger than our own petty disagreements with one another.
Yeah, do you know about that, Sarvorak? That they're turning humans into...
Tieflings. And they're doing something with the souls of the fallen from here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what their designs are.
How many Kavoli died on that date 20 years ago? 3 million? You've seen their bodies. I saw their bodies. They were just slumped over. Their souls had left. Who took those souls?
I do not know.
Maybe.
Do you see that staying neutral in this conflict is...
Neutral.
He's not neutral, though. He's just not allying himself with Sunkenakun. Which
Okay.
is understandable.
Not really, but okay.
How... Savrak, do you mind
If a
me
court
asking-
summoned an army and it marched on their gates, I would join the fray.
Okay.
I do not recall Lakun's army ever setting foot outside their city, other than to protect their own investment.
Fine. We'll stay in touch with Karenkulex, and if we can, we'll arrange a meeting for you two. We have sending spells.
Him at least I would be willing to share words with.
Maybe we should sleep.
Yes, please.
We're all exhausted. It's been a day.
I'm not.
I'm happy for you. But I can't do anything magically until tomorrow, so...
You may stay here the night, if you wish. Or rest the day and night.
Thank you.
Thank you for your hospitality. Or to stay
Mitchell
at your
nods.
I will return in a while.
Can you... I'll ask... I won't even do this in character. Can I ask the dragon for a favor? Can it carry that body that is out there just into a snowy area? Just plop it in the snow so it doesn't
Yeah, decompose on us.
go bad or anything? Freeze it? We'll need it tomorrow to question it.
I just need the head. Don't need the rest of it.
As he steps forward, the armor just drops and the form disappears. As the armor hits the ground, it shatters into 1,000 pieces, and the scales take the form of the dragon as it turns back into its huge form. It plucks the body from the ground and takes flight from the cliff edge.
Can I go find a dwarf while it's gone?
You can.
He's like studying my pistol or something.
Yeah, the dwarf is in a small little workshop that's been carved off on the side of this cave. There are about 2 very roughly put together tables out of bits of pine that's not been properly treated.
As I walk through the cave, I'm gonna pop Ghostly Gaze and look for stuff that's maybe hidden in the walls or anything like that.
Sorely disappointing. There's not much. Everything kind of seems as it is. This is quite a small, rough, and not particularly fancy. It looks like a cave that's had some stuff thrown in it.
Mm-hmm. Didn't catch your name, friend?
Ah, we're back!
Oi, Mac. Enzo.
Out of focus. Come, camera.
Yeah, what is your camera doing?
Come
Try to
on.
do this.
There we are.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah,
we're
Womack.
back.
Do you live here with Sarorak?
Hey.
How long?
Oh, about 6 months or so.
Oh, quite short.
Hey.
What's your read on the whole Kavoli thing? You're just here to help it? You hate the Kavoli
Seems
too?
no matter where you go, if you're down below or up above, there's shite people everywhere.
I like that.
At least here they don't try and eat your brains. Ha! No, just the soul, apparently. So, you know. You win some, you lose some.
You familiar with brain eaters of some kind?
Hey. Hey.
Turk?
We didn't follow you, did we?
You hear the shout of Turk.
Oh, where did Turk? Did Turk go somewhere else?
No, Turkus just basically was kind of just hanging out with Soren for a while. But if he hears his name, he's gonna come walking over.
You enter the
hey,
madman's
what's up?
workshop, and there's bits of metal.
Our friend Hoimak here apparently had an encounter with some brain-eating things. Don't know if you two want to bond over that.
Yeah.
Could appear too.
There was we found we found something. It was we went to a little underground area. There was a I can't even don't know. I never heard of anything like this before, but it looked like a he'll describe it.
Raises his hand and goes, right.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna like turn. He's gonna turn around and like show. He's gonna turn around and kind of show the little scar on the back of his neck.
As you do so, he just kind of points at the kind of half a helmet that he wears, cupping on top of his head, and gives it a clink clink.
Yeah. So that's a thing that we'll maybe have to deal with at some point.
As long as the bastards don't come up, I'm fine them staying down there.
What's the name of that place below Ember Peak? Tau Mana Etu? Mana X2?
Nama X2.
Nama X2. We went to Ember Peak and found a place called Nama X2. You familiar with that?
X2. Check. Natural 20.
Was Nama X2 a person? I can't remember now.
Nama X2 was the place.
It's the city, yeah.
Yeah, so he rolled a natural 20 on a history check, so apparently he has. Hey. I believe the old Crown records used to mention such a place. But for the mountain folk. Crafting the, Oh, if I remember rightly, they focused on the tithes of jewels and flame goods.
Well, there we found their little city, and it was swamped with some sort of gas, poisonous gas, and there was a a brain-eating dragon creature of some kind, right? Am I describing it correctly?
Wait, you mean points at the sort of the rest of the lair, like him and
Yeah.
Yeah, like half this and half.
oh shit! I didn't know that could happen. I'm gonna have to get a bigger arm.
Or
If in case I meet something like that,
I see.
or maybe faster legs at least.
Yeah.
Could it fly?
Not.
No.
Did it look like its wings were functional?
You do recall the wings are essentially kind of slimy, almost tentacle-like stumps.
Yeah. So.
So we're not capable of flight.
No, not that I could see.
No. Skilled Arcanist,
Right.
though. So Pro maybe could fly with magic.
I just. I'll have to learn how to fly.
Yeah, it was some scary shit. You don't have any advice for us about those? Stay away?
Be so stupid they don't find you tasty.
Ha! Damn,
I'm
that's a
sure
compliment.
we all know someone like that.
A clap Vigil on the shoulder.
We're not there.
I
Vigil
know.
ain't here.
No,
I'm imaginary
I'm sitting
Vigil.
with Vigil. I guess in the front cavern, the front part of the cavern.
Outside or something. Yeah.
This is the freaky moment when you realise that Vigil isn't everywhere.
This is the freaky
That
moment
it
when we
might
realize
not be Vigil.
we never left that cave. We're still in that cave.
Oh boy.
God.
The dwarf's glowing red eyes, are kind of wide with not active fear, but he's like genuinely freaked out by what you're describing. He's just kind of comprehending the idea of an illithid dragon,
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
and he's not entirely cool with the idea that that exists.
And you've lived here for 6 months, and you have no, pardon me, memory issues. You're fine. It's fine up here.
Why would I have memory issues?
Just heard stories. People get lost in the mountains. I've heard some dwarves near the cell speaking about losing their memories or something.
Oh, alright. I'll be honest with you. I don't know shite about your surface world. I know about this Caval place, I know the history that old SARS told me. I've heard about, there's, Spade? Right?
Speedy.
Something to do with a shovel? No, right. That's just a wee little Durgar joke for you.
It's named after a shovel. That's correct.
Now, you got your to sell. They're the freedom-loving folk. I understand. You've got your son kind of coon, who are the coin-grabbing bastards. And then you've got your Caval, who are the evil, devil-fornicating kind.
That's about sums it up.
You mentioned the homeland across the sea, ways off, that he doesn't like to talk about much.
What's it called, Turk?
Why can I not remember this name ever?
Dragonland.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. Yeah, there was an
Right.
actual. Yeah.
What's it called?
Well, put it in the chat.
Yeah. Read it out. Sorry.
It's called Japan. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lorak.
Lorak?
Hey, that's the one.
Lurraq. Huh. Alright.
But to be honest, there's enough of a shit show down below than up here, so can't escape it.
So you're just staying with the dragon because... Why?
Oh, right. Well, they call me Humak the Castaway. And by they, I mean the people that cast me away. My clan. They're the kind of hardened bastards that you gotta be tough to run with them. Well,
They cast you away for taking some stuff, or did you take the stuff because they cast you away?
bit of both.
I see.
We actually have a... I've not actually told Sarah this. So... I don't know who cut his throat or why, or what happened. I don't know much about the dragons or what their deal is. We don't really get much of them down below. But myself and some other lads, we were scouting up to the surface. And we found them. And they were pretty keen on killing the bugger. And I said, no, we should patch him up, lads, get him on our side. Bring him down below, fight the good fight against them mountain fucks. But they said no, they'd heard about dragon scale. I said yes, they said no, went back and forth, decided to sleep on it. I conked him out, grabbed all the gear and ran. He seemed a bit too pretty to kill, if you ask me.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, I patched him up, and he said he'd look after me, and I said there's nothing to worry about. Made sure the others couldn't follow, and I saw them. Never liked them anyway. So yeah, like a passionate soul as I. Uniform, glowing red eyes, just kind of dart around between the group of you.
Can I insight check that story?
By all means. Basically, could have killed a dragon, I know, but I didn't. And my
18.
friends said that.
Seems a bit suspicious to me how quickly he turned from their side to his side, but maybe there's just...
He seems to believe it.
Okay, fair enough. No, I mean, it does happen. I was
Yeah.
just, like,
Yeah.
unsure.
These
Alright.
are Durgar that we're talking about here.
Fair
I
enough.
don't know if like Enzo knows much about them. Probably Turk doesn't either, but I think outside of the game we do.
Alright. I'm gonna hang out until tomorrow, essentially.
Right. I'm just gonna make sure my arm ain't broken.
Oh, you're not any good at solving ciphers, are you? Code?
What now?
Like a hidden message, like a cipher, a code? Any good at cracking that?
If it's built into some kind of machinery, maybe.
Nah, it's written on paper.
Oh, right. You watch as he slams his arm with a wrench, and a chunk of the plate mail kind of pops off.
Sick.
Underneath is what appears to be almost like a bundle of. Looks like different colored strings. And just rods of metal. There is no arm under there.
Mm-hmm. Purely. Oh. Does he pull something out? Is that just for show?
You watch as he starts pulling bits of the string free, and they kind of like stand up. There's odd sparks of arcane magic. You can see intricate networks of pale blue-green arcane lines that seem to flow over panes of metal, sort of pulsing with energy. And as he kind of takes an implement and begins to just tap and nudge and things, there's like, and you watch his fingers begin to spasm. I goes, oh, right. Clouds ain't damaged too bad.
If I cut my arm off, can you make me one of those?
I could bolt on a spare.
Sure, I'm down. My body's not really real anyway, so like I'll take whatever you got.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna leave you two to it. I'm just gonna go this way. Turk's gonna back away slowly from this entire conversation, not dealing with this. Gonna go back and see Soren.
Soren's just sitting, kind of.
Yeah, Turk's gonna go up and just kind of sit down next
Yeah.
to Soren,
Does
Actually,
Soren and
Soren
Vigil
just-
want a scene? We were in there for a while.
blank faced.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Soren.
You're real quiet, Lucy. What?
I was asking if you wanted to do anything.
I mean, Soren's just sitting there staring into middle distance, sort of like not saying much, but
Vigil's sort of leant against the back wall, just sitting in the main thing, bleeding slightly. It's mostly patched up now, though. He still looks like shit, though, because healing can't undo you looking like ass.
Yeah.
You're born with it.
How are you feeling? I mean, obviously terrible, but
Like I got beaten up by a dragon.
yeah, that's fair. I'm still really sorry I didn't death ward you this morning. I think that's what that's called. I don't know what it's called. Ugh.
I don't think it would have helped. I was struck numerous times.
Yeah, well,
I appreciate it nonetheless. I enjoy not dying. One of my
Yeah.
favorite activities, not dying.
yeah, right. I might go talk to Savarok here in a minute if he'll even speak to me.
When he returns, I'm sure he'll be conversant. He's a dragon, is he not?
Well, judging by his size, I don't know much about dragons. He's very old. Or oldish. Older than us.
I think Alton the rest is sort of the baseline for those things.
Right, and the thing is that when you meet something that old, no matter what it is, you address it with respect. And Enzo's very good at sneaking his way into things, talking his way out of things. But I don't know if you've noticed, his behavior's been almost impulsive, rash, like I would be normally. I don't know, it's sort of hard to put a hand on, and I'm not great with people. He just seems to be a little reckless sometimes. And the way he spoke to Savarok was never how I would address a creature who could kill me by looking at me. Which seems a bit foolhardy.
If there's one thing I know that ends at this point is that the man has a certain level of arrogance that seems to pay off for him a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's worrying. I'm worried about him. Because at some point that is going to run out. And I'm not worried about him because I'm concerned he'll be a danger to us. He's always very careful, but I'm worried about him as a person, you know?
We've gotten this far.
I know that, but the thing is that we've all been through some pretty terrible things recently, and we've not really had any sort of breathing room to just figure anything out. It's always been one crisis to the next. Over and over and over again. The second we think we might be in the clear, something else happens to us. And it's been that way for, what, months at this point? I mean, the jungle travel was pretty calm, if you can consider foisting giant snakes off your dinner calm, but...
No, I don't consider that all of you experiencing mass hallucinations as calm.
Right. And you know,
You're correct in the matter of
Hmm?
everyone just sort of no breather, as it were.
And we're about to get
To take a breath.
embroiled in more crap in Kavol, and it's gonna catch up with us at some point. I do wish she'd stop talking over me. Sometimes I do know what I'm doing. I was trying to smooth over that situation, try to appeal to him from the standpoint of a creature that is much older and much wiser than us. But what do I know, I guess? Eh?
I think Enzo speaks from a position of not fear. Well, in some cases fear.
Scared of
Recently
everything.
laying his cards on the table was sort of that.
If there's one thing I know about Enzo, is just about everything he does is motivated by fear. Fear of discovery, fear of being overpowered, all of that. Even him coming to us about his whatever that snake thing is. He wouldn't have done it unless he was scared. Really scared.
Potentially.
And if
For
I were
now,
to
though.
ask him about it, he'd just bullshit or say something or lie. I don't know. For now, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it is fine. For now, though, I have had quite enough of today. I believe I'm going to try and get some rest before that dragon returns, and I don't know what its intention was with bringing us here. I honestly do not know why I was not killed at the spot.
Because we asked him not to, and he's not, as far as I know, a bad creature. Dragons are...
Not a bad dragon, you could say.
I don't know what you mean by that, but... I would... Most of the metallics tend to be on the good side, at least what they think is good.
Hmm.
So... And he's not going to
Moral
kill you.
views are relative. What he considers good, vastly different to our.
You know, the more I see of the world, I would have disagreed with you earlier. But the more I see of the world, the more I'm forced to agree with you. What one person's morality is another person's heresy, and it's all fucking mad. I don't know which way is up anymore. Anyway, get some rest, and I'll come check on you in a bit, you know. I'm gonna step outside. I can't handle being underground. I hate caves.
Given our recent experiences, I cannot agree. Well, I cannot disagree with you.
Yeah. Do you need anything?
No. I'll be fine. Most of my wounds have closed.
I'm really glad you're not dead.
What it is worth, so am I.
Yeah. Get some rest.
Thank you for your help.
Doing my best. I'm gonna...
That vigil's gonna go slump against a fucking wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk outside.
Okay. You walk outside.
I do, yeah. Just...
I'll rest for a bit, but after, let's say, a short rest of about an hour, you tell me what time it's getting on, Owen. It's probably late afternoon?
Yeah. Late afternoon, approaching evening.
Does Sarvarak come back?
Towards the end of that rest, yeah.
Okay.
He's gone for perhaps longer than you expected, but he does return.
So,
Because the
so
sun
Soren's
begins to
resting
set.
outside.
Yeah.
Vigil also?
No, vigil's in the main chamber, so I just slumped against the wall.
How about you, Turk? Oh, you're muted.
Vigil would also, Turk would also be in the main chamber, just kind of, sorry, I'm a mess. Turk would also be against the, just up against the wall, just kind of, like, just resting. Not necessarily sleeping, but just resting.
I'm gonna walk by to everyone, toss you a pouch of 125 gold each.
Nice.
Nice.
Turk's gonna kind of like, Enzo, what are you doing?
There was 500 gold in the bag.
Oh. Cool.
It was split up into 10 50 gold bags. I'm guessing those are bribes.
Hmm.
That's my guess. If I try to think like an inquisitor.
The Inquisitors are not exactly renowned for corruptibility, but perhaps that has changed in my absence.
No, it's bribing other people. I mean, why else do you need 10 bags with small amounts of gold?
Efficiency's sake.
Is that really okay? Sure.
And that was how much gold? Sorry.
It's 125 each.
125 each. Okay.
Have you deciphered anything from the diary?
Haven't started yet.
What is the issue? Is it deciphered?
The issue is I was fucking tired and wanted to rest, but I'll start now.
Perhaps run that by Soren. Minimal.
Yeah, I was going to get him. When I give Soren the gold, I'm like,
I'm outside.
yeah, I'll go outside. I'll toss you a bag, 125 gold.
Oh, thanks. What's this for?
It's your cut.
Oh, alright.
Oh, also,
Hmm.
you want the bag of holding? I have 2 now. Or give it to one of the others?
Give it to Turk. I don't carry much.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna be working on this in a
Mhm.
bit. Fuck it, let's do it out here.
Actually, do you mind giving me a bit? I just need some time to think.
Well, I can start without you. I'll come get you if you want help. If I want help.
Yeah, no, if you run into snags or anything, let me know. I used to make up ciphers to keep my notes from being read by people who would steal my spellbook on a regular basis. Don't worry about
I
it.
don't really break ciphers. It's much easier to break people than ciphers. I'm just saying.
You're not wrong. For you.
I don't mean literally, not always. Usually they tell you if you ask nicely. Anyway, we'll have to try, and if not, maybe her body has answers, and if not, then we just wander into the cradle blindly and hope that diligence isn't slitting our throats.
We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yep. I head back inside. Turk, do you want a bag of holding? Or vigil? I have 2.
Yeah, I'll take a bag of holding.
Cat in my mouth.
I'll rearrange some stuff, obviously. I'll spend an hour managing inventory, and I'll give
Yeah.
you my old one, and I'll take Inquisitor Elusive's bag, so that it can be part of the disguise.
Yep.
Cool.
That's good. In case they're different designs or whatever.
Yeah,
There.
I'm basically just gonna swap them so I don't have to change any inventory around.
Mm.
Unless you want to carry some rations or climber's kit.
No.
So, around evening, Sarvadak returns. He's happy for you to take a long rest here.
Was it a long flight up to the snow?
I needed.
Sure, whatever.
I think better when I fly.
I probably
Alright,
would have tried to speak to him on the way in. Just briefly.
He'll stop and acknowledge you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just wanted to... Not exactly apologize, but, well, maybe apologize. It's not really my business to apologize for other people, but... I'm going to make an assumption that you're older than we are by a significant amount.
Yes.
And it can take time when you have that much information and that much experience. It can take time to form an opinion or time to form a plan of action. And I just wanted to tell you that I recognize that and respect it in regards to your decisions, so... yeah. My friends can be a little rash, and I'm one of them. I say my friends, we all can be. We're young and probably pretty stupid, but we're doing our best, and I don't really know what I was saying here, but I'm gonna sit out here for a while. Just thanks for your help, and sorry if we've caused any offense. Everything seems very immediate when you only live for 90 years.
Gives a nod.
I'll go back to working on my spellbook.
The stone dragon form leaves. Mutters something to himself, questioning whether he just got called senile. And then disappears into the cave. Those staying in the cave see him essentially curl up in the corner, filling a good third of the room.
Oh, in dragon form.
Yeah. Shift uncomfortably with the rings around his neck.
I'd like to take a crack at that cipher.
Okay. So, to decode the cipher will require being proficient in Infernal.
I am.
And a number of checks.
Like, how much you want? Like $100? 200?
Yeah.
Whatever you have to spend, really.
Microtransactions in this game.
Microtransactions.
Damn
God.
Pay to win.
straight. This is optional side content now.
Pay to win.
Pay to skip 5 quests.
Yeah. Exactly.
Help.
You can unlock. You can decipher this journal with five intelligence checks or 40 gems from the store.
Having a bundle
I
sell on gems. Sorry.
Black Friday bundle sale on gems and leave it.
100
You
for
want to sell?
$10.
it'll essentially take a downtime activity period to make a check. So you
Oh.
would make 1 check this evening. It will need an investigation, a religion, and an arcana check.
All 3.
All 3. A success in each.
And you said downtime activity. Does that mean like a long rest's worth? Like longer?
I'd say there is enough time in the evening for you, for one, like a character to make a check. You could have 2 characters, one assisting the other, make a check during that window.
Or we could try different checks.
Or 2 different checks. Yeah.
What is the investigation part's kind of obvious. Okay, fair enough. What does the religion part relate to?
So, the cipher seems to be more than a simple code. It is woven. It seems woven into. There is the sort of Karoli religious underpinning and understanding woven throughout, as well as sort of arcane theory. It's kind of pulling from a bunch of places, adding layers of complexity to the cipher. So there is at first the raw cipher of words and symbols being misused and misplaced, and trying to work out essentially the equation to decipher that. You then have text, which is utterly meaningless, and then it's sort of the process of understanding the religious and arcane double entendre and reference and passing it through that brings out the true meaning of the words. It seems like Elusive is staying true to her namesake and was also a paranoid fuck.
Makes sense.
And I assume the knowledge of the fallen tongue doesn't aid me here.
Oh,
It
thanks for the raid, guys.
would count. It would. Yeah, you are proficient in it.
Yeah, that's proficiency,
So,
which I already have.
Also, on a note, in Xanathar's Guide, they have a nifty little rule for identifying spells mid-combat.
Yeah.
In that you can spend your reaction or the following action to make an Arcana check to identify the spell, with the DC being 15 plus the spell's level.
How does it work with counterspell? Because you can... To counterspell, you probably have to know what you're counterspelling, and counterspell is a reaction.
Counterspell is when you see the target cast a spell. So you would see them go to cast a spell, you would counterspell it.
So... Okay. That's never how it's played, because always how it's played is the DM goes, I cast hold person, and then the wizard goes, oh, I counterspell. Because, like, you don't... No one ever goes, they start casting a spell.
Yeah. But then that's essentially going with an assumed metagaming knowledge of what spells being cast, which in most situations is fine.
Okay, fair enough. I guess we'll play it by ear. Alright, I'm gonna attempt an investigation check on this dear diary.
Okay. Yeah, it's one reaction. Cast spell is one reaction which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet casting a spell. So I think, yeah.
That'd be a good nerf to counterspell. Ooh, natural 20. 26.
Rats.
That is a success.
Hell yeah.
So, through the evening, sitting with the cipher, you go through and you don't learn anything from the book this evening. But essentially, on separate sheets of paper, you manage to rebuild a reverse cipher
Into words.
into words, and manage to put together a cheat sheet for the raw cipher going on here.
Okay. That's my evening.
Okay, yeah. It takes going through essentially the entire journal, pages to pages to pages. There's some places it's using symbols and numbers, and some places it's just playing with letters. Like it's a. You suspect it's something that Elusive spent a lot of time just playing with, and it does slightly change as it goes on and on and on further throughout the journals. The cipher seems to evolve.
I tested for invisible ink.
There are some places where invisible ink is included.
Damn, son.
Yeah, no, she seemed paranoid, but it's interesting that there's no magical component to it. It seems entirely mundane, other than the arcane theory that. Yeah.
Okay. That's me.
Cool. Is that a long rest, or is there anything else I don't like to do?
I'll wander over to Soren at some point. I'll just be like, I think I hit the nail on the head. I got kind of lucky. I made some guesses and they turned out to be right. And
Oh,
I'm like, this is gonna take more work, but like I'm partially done. I
Wow.
might need your help or someone else's.
good job. That's a mess.
I show Soren what I've done and effectively explain that it's gonna take an Arcana religion check and whatever in character means. It's gonna take somebody like skilled in arcane and like I think divine magic as
Oh,
well.
yeah, and the Cavoli text here. She's alluding to things in Cavoli scripture, but I don't really know anything about that. That's real
If only we
specific.
knew somebody who knew Cavoli scripture well.
He's very asleep. Let him sleep.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Earlier on, Vigil took a fucking swig out of that Cavoli hooch bottle that you
Oof.
found in the lectern.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, the like 20-year-old. Oh, jeez.
Yep. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's been a rough day.
Vigil asleep. And Tuck.
Yes. Turk is getting Turk's definitely getting tired, and also just kind of like he's looking at some of the like the he's looking down at like the drugs that Enzo gave him, and then kind of like thinking, yeah, but I might see something else useful. Right. So, I think Turk is gonna fall asleep without taking any first, and see what he sees, and then once he wakes up, probably in the middle of the night, is then gonna take some and then get a rest that way. I think that's his plan. Whether that works or not.
You had no dreams last time, right?
Last time no, because I'm not sure why not.
I think it's
last
just
time.
not every night.
Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Sorry,
I
I'm
do left.
laughing at you. Nice.
Hey.
I don't know how far away you are from me. I don't know if you get Vigil bonus or not.
I got 18, so yeah.
You are
It'd
not
be a
affected
21?
by dreams.
Hmm?
You are not affected by the dreams.
Right.
Hell yeah. Don't do drugs, kids. You don't need them.
Nope.
Soren will eventually come back in and curl up next to Turk with Glimmer in his arms.
Turk kind of like stirs a little bit, and then kind of without waking up, just kind of like wraps an arm around Soren.
Pat wizard.
Grab a wizard.
I am soft and cast Death Ward.
Jesus Christ. Character summary.
Soft.
Hello,
I am
my
soft
name is
and
Soren.
cast fireball.
It's real cold out here at night, I'm guessing, right? In the mountains.
By the mouth of the cave, yes, but the actual cavern seems pretty well heated by the sheer body mass of a dragon.
That's nice.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll find a warm spot.
Cozy
red.
temperature.
Alright, I guess we sleep. God, yes, long rest.
I take a long rest.
Long rest.
Long rest in a safe location.
What the
Safe.
hell, guys? We're
That doesn't happen that
about
often.
as safe as we're gonna get, frankly, considering we're in the cave of a dragon, some how many feet in the air?
Yeah, well, like, and like
Many.
safe from everything else that isn't this dragon.
The dragon's
But-
fine. He's lawful.
Eh,
Maybe.
maybe. I mean, he did like threaten to kill us, like
Yeah.
today.
He's still
Just
fine.
Do we wake up, Owen?
This,
In the
you
belly
do
of a
to
dragon.
The clammy claws of illithid tentacles.
Aw,
sucking
no.
out your brains. It was him the whole time.
That was my fetish.
He had a very
No.
big disguised self on this whole time.
The biggest.
He's got mask of many faces.
I told you we never left that cave. Me your age.
We never left the boat. We're still on the boat.
This is all just a bad dream for we people.
Swaro Del Mio was a mind flare the whole time.
Not even. We're still in the session 0. Like this is all
This is a dream Juniper's having.
exactly. No, exactly. We all looked in the
You
box,
didn't
and this
even
is what we're
start
seeing.
the one shot.
I'm still reg.
Hey, speaking of right, can you go like to your right? Thanks, buddy.
It's your lair, right?
So, you long rest, you wake up.
Okay.
It's
Hell yeah.
functionally a long rest.
Recharged.
Time to pick
My
spells.
fucking shield's
Oh.
recharged. Hell yeah.
Hallelujah.
Whew. Feeling better.
All right. Give you a second. Let's see.
Vigil wakes up. Ugh.
Wizard level +4, so 15 spells. I can prepare. Yeah.
I did not know it was possible to ache in my horns.
5,
Ugh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Gods
12,
above.
13, 14, 15.
Enzo. You did get a very high investigation check. So you got an
Specifically on
actual
the journal.
20.
On the journal.
Yeah, yeah. The sketches aren't coded in any way. They're just pictures. And with that natural 20, you do happen to glance at one page in particular. This is a good few hundred pages within this tome. You come across a sketch, another portrait of a woman. A tiefling with a pair of horns, not too dissimilar to your own. A deep scarlet skin that you recognize.
Sorry, what was that last word you said?
Scarlet skin that you
Oh.
recognize.
Interesting.
But older. The hair, once black, seems to have a lighter streaks coming from the temples. The face more aged, worn and wrinkled. You see a image from your past staring up at you.
Mm-hmm. But older than I remember her.
Yes. Again, with that investigation, that's a good couple of decades of aging. And this is towards the end of the journal. This is
Yeah, that's the other thing I was
Somewhat
gonna ask.
recent.
Does it look chronological, the journal? Like the older entries are actually older?
In general, yes. There are times where they jump between the pages just to be confusing for being confusing. But in general, yes, it is mostly chronological.
And this one's near the end.
This one is chronologically near the end.
In that case, I maybe didn't sleep super well.
Okay. Right.
Yep, Enzo looks real tired in the morning.
Ugh. Okay, sleep on the
Oh,
floor.
okay. How's everybody? Visual? Bones less broken?
It's less broken, but the muscles hurt. I'll be fine.
Soren, refreshed?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. Sleeping on the floor, starting to get used to it. Or,
Turk, you're usually a ray of sunshine. Can you provide some here today?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You feeling okay there?
Oh, I just didn't sleep very well. Maybe altitude? My head was killing me.
Yeah, maybe. You'll be fine. Here.
Do you guys want to see what I found in the journal?
yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I'll show you the cipher I got and just sort of flip through and be like, see, like this word means this, and like this, the way it's assembled, you can assemble it back into a real word. And I'm not quite, I don't quite understand the rest of it, but maybe you guys can help me out.
Yeah, there's some weird ass, like, arcane things in here.
Mm-hmm.
She's alluding to
It's like ciphered, and then it's also a riddle.
spells and, yeah, I'm not sure. That's weird.
Wait.
Vigil.
Ninth Legion. Idiocy and fanaticism.
Right, but do you know the Cavoli scriptures terribly well?
Yes.
Yeah, because she's basically speaking in allusions to those constantly. I don't know what the hell
Of
just
course
happened by
she's a
accident.
scumbag.
I didn't.
She's a Ninth Legion piece of shit. Of course she does nothing but speak in zealotry.
Well, she's dead now. Speaking of dead, get to try out a new spell today. I'm excited about that.
What were you referring to the other day?
Yeah. Yeah, one that my mum's used a few times. I've seen her use it mostly to get peace for other people, but did once question a murderer. According to her, it's a story. Might have been God knows what's actually true about my mother anymore, but hey. So, get me her head.
Right, point of order. Diary first, or corpse talking?
Right, yeah.
Oh, no, the
Okay.
diary, this took me 6 fucking hours last night. So like, let's do the quick thing, and then this might be an all-day affair if we even do it today.
Yeah.
Very well.
Right, so the thing about this spell is that we do have to use it within 10 days, so we do have a bit of time. I get 5 questions, and I believe it can only tell me what it knew when it was alive, so it can't be like, I can't ask it, oh, what's the afterlife like, because it won't know.
Well, this is probably a good time to decide. We can hunker up here for a few days, right? If we show up to diligence after being missing in the mountains for a few days, then we have a plausible excuse, like, I don't know, the dragon kidnapped us and we escaped.
I don't know if Severok wants us to stay for terribly long, but
Oh.
but we can talk about that in a bit. Also, Enzo. So we're gonna play a bit of a game.
Go on.
You're gonna need to be someone that Elusive would recognize as friendly. Because she's still gonna see us as we are, if that makes sense. So if I'm asking her questions, it'll be...
Can I ask the questions? Is it your magic?
It's my magic, but if she sees you and it's can figure out something.
Does that work? Not sure it does.
So, by the wording of the spell, it doesn't bring the soul back to the body. It
Right.
simply gives it an animating spirit.
Um,
And allowing it to answer this question that you pose, I would say, grant it a semblance of life and intelligence, it is capable of answering questions from other people during the spell. However, it will count against the total 5 spell limit.
right.
So- five
So,
questions.
But it
so you'd
also
say
says-
I can ask questions on Soren's behalf.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because if you are recognized as hostile to it, it doesn't have to answer you truthfully at all. So
Should I just be the... Who would she trust? I'll just be the captain guy from the Fort Denis, I guess?
She doesn't trust. Do you think she trusts the Time Lieutenant enough?
mm-mm.
No, I don't think she trusts any of them not that much. But, like, we don't really know anyone.
Ooh, what was the other guy, the orange one?
Yeah.
Orange boy.
Yeah, Horn Captain Blade.
Blade. She might trust Blade.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Where was Blade from? Castle Grayskull?
No, he's
What
from
one?
Fort Denis.
He's from
Yes.
Fort Denis? They seem to not like each other either.
Yeah, who would she trust?
Because, like, I joked when she left, like, that's the first time Ninth Legion's ever made anyone's lives
Hey.
easier.
Is there a picture of diligence in there? In that journal? Vigil, can you look?
I'll have a look. Vigil, if given the journal, we'll thumb through it and see if there's a portrait.
Takes about 10 minutes. There are multiple tiefling sketches there. And there is one that you do recognize as Diligence, though she is changed.
Oh,
To say that she looks like Diligence is half true. Literally. The right side of her face is as you remember, though aged. The left, however, is different.
interesting.
She's a truck
It
driver.
is warped and changed. The bone almost coming to the skin angular and jagged. You see a small line of horns piercing the skin underneath her left eye. Horns that were fairly nondescript previously, sort of a classic pair of knotted ivory that kind of curled back. The one on the left is now seem oversized and jagged, bucking to and fro up over the head. And perhaps this is artistic license, but her left eye seems aflame.
Oh, just a moment. What in the world? She has changed considerably, but this is her potentially.
It's very
She-
so. The right side is very much.
Wait,
Diligence.
that one?
The left
one
is
that's
this
like-
very fiendish, devilish.
The one that's like half flaming fiend? That one?
She did not always look this way. For instance, for one time, she'd look like one of her sides, not the fiendish, devilish kind.
Could it just be stylized? Like,
I seriously doubt it with the accuracy of this person's portraits. If this is what she looks like now, it is no wonder she has ascended to Crown Commander.
what is that? Is there a thing?
Yeah,
Is that a
what's
thing?
happening here?
I
Kurt, look at this.
I don't have a clue specifically, but I can fathom that if this transformation has given her anything, it has given at least intimidation, leadership, others believing that she is closer to. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, this is or was diligence currently.
Right, well, now we have a picture.
Here's the thing. If I do become diligent, what kind of questions can I ask her?
That's the thing. What do we want to know?
What I want to know is, like, what her mission was, what diligence is going to do with us, any other associates in the Ninth Legion.
Okay, well, we don't have that. We can
Exactly.
ask her how her mission is going with Vigil. maybe pose it like she's reporting back or something.
Yeah, but like, does that work?
I don't know if she knows she's dead. That's the thing. Because if she knows she's, I've never done this before. So
you are not on casting the spell. You are not speaking to
Her
her,
her.
speaking to the body.
yeah,
Her soul has
yeeted itself
vacated
out. Yeah.
and gone wherever it's going. Probably no way good.
Let's try it. I'll
Well,
improvise.
essentially, you're animating the corpse, and it is a animated spirit that has the access to the memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think
instance of-
improvising is a good idea.
We need
So,
to know
for
what we're
example,
gonna ask.
It can't speculate about future events. It's just
Right.
not capable of doing so. It can only answer with information that it knows. It isn't capable of kind of high functioning.
Okay. Well,
But I
we
think-
need 5 questions, and we need to make sure they're delivered. So let's think about what we want to ask then. And I'm
Were you setting up Vigil to be betrayed? Very simple. If this thing is not her, then
it's like sort of an echo. It's not her specifically. It's just what remains. So
potentially that would work. Were you setting up Vigil for a trap?
Who was the back at? I keep forgetting the name. Greyspire, Watchpoint Greyspire.
Yeah, Watchpoint
Yeah.
Greyspire.
Watchpoint Greyspire. Who was the captain there? Was it Blade?
Is-
That
I
was
thought
Time
that he was
Lieutenant
Blade.
Resolution.
It was
That
Time
was the Time
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay.
During this time, Sarborak leaves, retrieves the body, and returns.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
It is covered in ice,
Okay.
and so
I have an idea.
Right.
I'm gonna have the same uniform as her, as she did, but just another tiefling. Like, not me. I'll just make up a tiefling.
Okay.
Male. Let's say, I don't know, dark blue skin. And I'm just gonna be like, Vigil, what would be my virtue name? This is a new person I've just created.
If it's somebody brand new, then you will take it something common. Glory.
Well, no,
Take
I'm in the
something.
Ninth Legion. What's a Ninth Legion sort of virtue name?
Anything that makes you stand you out as a piece of shit.
Mirror.
Let me think.
Whisper?
Very fitting
Mirror.
for you.
Mirror? Sure, let's go with Mirror. Call me Mr. Glass.
That glass, though.
I have to. Don't speak like this. Different voice. Right.
Please just use Samuel L. Jackson's voice.
Motherfucker! Say what?
They speak what in Cavall?
Dead
Anyway.
motherfucker, do you speak with it?
Yeah. I have had enough of this motherfucking Cavoli, this motherfucking cradle.
We're a kids show. No.
We're not a
This
kid.
is a tasty dragon.
So I essentially, here's what I'm doing. I say, go for it. Cast a Speak with Dead. I am another. All of you. Let's face her so she can only look in one direction. All of you stand on the other side, so she can't see you. But you don't have to leave. Just be behind her. I stand on this side. I'm a new 9th Legion Inquisitor. My name is Inquisitor Mirror. Let's go Inquisitor Glass. The fromage. Yeah.
And you ask questions about her mission.
And I
to
ask
try and carry her
questions.
work on.
My cover is, yes, we found your body.
Mhm.
Tell us what your mission was. We need to. It looks like some of your possessions were stolen, and we need to uncover
Report.
what was happening.
Also, report back to Diligence.
Yes.
Whoever. Who's the leader of the 9th Legion? Do we know that? Never mind, it doesn't matter.
All right, go for it.
All
Prop
right.
the body up. Cast it.
Okay, Soren's going to. I sit down and I set up this ritual site, a couple of candles, incense, and start weaving necromantic runes around myself. Again, sort of flame-like, but they're like flame-like in reverse. So the runes are themselves are empty, but they're rimmed by like kind of a pale gold fire. And I will lay a hand on top of her head and cast Speak with the Dead. Oh
The
boy.
still frostbitten body, you hear the cracking of ice as the head perks up and vacantly stares at where Enzo stands.
Greetings, Inquisitor Elusive, was it? I am Inquisitor Glass. We located your body in the footsteps of the mountains near the cradle. What killed you?
Trickster. Name. Enzo.
Affirmative. We are aware of 4 fugitives that escaped. Why were you escorting them? What was your mission? I hope you're taking notes, Rune.
I am.
Shield Captain Vigil was to be brought to the fold. The others, assets.
Was that last word assets?
Mm-hmm.
Assets. Yes.
Okay. Was there a contingency plan in the event of something like this? What should we do with them if we find them?
What is the question there? Is there a contingency
Yeah, I
plan
realize
for
I asked 2
something like
questions.
this? Is one question. I mean, that
I
could be
realize
two
I asked 2 questions there. We'll say, now that they've escaped, what do we do if we find them?
They should be bound. Brought to the temple. Questioned. Interrogated. Turned if they are worthy. Executed if not.
I glance behind at you guys. Do you have anything you want me to ask?
The head of the sickening crunch just kind of rolls over to the other side.
Turk's gonna kind of just lean into Glass and say, and just kind of say like, do you think she would know about some of the information Crankulex wanted?
Oh yeah.
Like the numbers and stuff?
I nod.
And I like Turk like tries to look tough and like nods and backs away and folds his arms. Trying to play up the it's probably putting on a show for a thing that probably just has like two intelligence. That's
Yeah, do I think she saw that they were back there?
We're behind her.
You get the sense that it doesn't matter
Doesn't matter? Okay, fair
too
enough.
much. The corpse is a corpse being awaited by magic. The eyes are kind of covered in rime. They're kind of vacantly just being directed at whoever's talking.
Okay. I have 2 questions left. My dossier was incomplete. What does diligence want with Vigil specifically?
She wishes him to ride by her side once more in conquest.
I give Vigil like a huh.
We
Final question.
suspect ulterior motive.
Possibly. Final question. What are the whereabouts of the forces moving east towards Akun?
Yeah, now lost back to the other side. Can always see the magic pouring through memories to answer the question. They gather beyond the fort peak. Ritual ground has been prepared.
Did she just say the ritual ground has been prepared?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay, the magic's gone, right?
Yeah. It fades.
He watches the body. Now here's a fun thing about Speak with Dead.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't actually matter how old the body is.
It says can't have.
If it has been targeted by the spell within the last 10 days, you
Oh.
cannot cast it again.
Nice. Back in the bag. No, I'm kidding.
As long as it has a mouth and isn't an undead, and has not been targeted by Speak with Dead within the last 10 days, then you can cast the spell on it.
10 days is
So
a
good.
long time.
Yeah.
So guys, we don't even have to infiltrate Kavol. We can literally just take this body back to Caranculax every 10 days, just get more information out of it.
Well, only what she knows are new, and the information gets more and more outdated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. So maybe just go back and get another one.
It's exactly like
What?
capturing an enemy spy. It's like what they know is good, but they don't know everything.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spy can only interrogate once every 10 days.
It is still a valuable asset. Just
It
in-
is still a valuable asset.
Well, I could.
That last one was a long shot. I thought maybe she'd just say like what forces, or like there's no forces, but there are.
Yeah. Caranculax needs to know. Like now.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, like send him.
I cast send
Yes, true.
to Caranculax.
We got to find. What is that ritual ground?
Um,
So, yeah, while you do the sending, I chat with Turk and Vigil, and I'm like, so like, they turned humans into tieflings, probably at their temple in the cradle, right?
Presumably.
Probably.
Seems to be what's implied. Then what the fuck's the other ritual ground for? Like they already have this crazy ritual of turning people into tieflings in one place, and they have another ritual ground where the forces are gathering. That sounds.
sacrificial. Whatever
Yeah.
souls that fall there may go to whatever they're planning.
They're gonna do some big shit there, I assume.
I have presumption that if this is involving fiendish summoning, is
Ooh.
I could also try and scry on Fort
potentially a
Peak.
mass summoning.
What if they open a gate of some kind, like a portal?
I don't know, but I can try and scry on Fort Peak. Hang on, let me.
Where is it? Yeah.
Turk?
Sorry, I need to interrupt. What? Not to remind, when you summon the big guy,
The Balgera.
yeah, you needed the blood of somebody who recently died, right?
Technically, yes, but I could do it without it. It just means I couldn't cast a protective circle around myself. Boy. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lot
As I
of
said,
blood.
mass summoning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a possibility, but we're sort of jumping to conclusions. But yeah, it's
Maybe,
definitely-
yeah, it's... Sorry, it's just a thought that I had.
No,
Sorry, I've
it's-
been hanging around with Soren for too long.
It could be correct. I'm just thinking
The
it
bad
could be any
influence.
kind of ritual. Like, there's like 1,000 rituals it could be.
Soren does look a bit
Yeah.
proud, for what it's worth. Maybe
Rubbish.
mass summoning, maybe a ritual sacrifice, whatever souls that fall in battle there go to whatever they're contained in, and the whatever the fuck afterlife you saw, Turk. Whatever they're
Maybe.
doing, it's not good, alright? We'll find out later, but... Okay.
Additionally, presumably, this means that Diligence doesn't actually know
About what?
what she has said about my potential turning traitor in this matter.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it did sound like that.
Does it sound like I
Diligence-
was compromised already?
The
No.
corpse said something like, "You suspect."
Yeah. If we cut off her head, I can probably make some chemicals and whatnot to keep it preserved, so... Get a jar,
Well,
put a head in a
Glad
jar.
that you were the one to say it. I feel like I'm always the one.
I am an alchemist! I have preserved other things, just not somebody's head before.
shove a head in a jar of formaldehyde.
What's formaldehyde?
Some rumor.
Poimac, who's been blatantly eavesdropping on this entire conversation,
It's fine.
just kind of rolls over a small metal keg about this big.
Oh, perfect!
That should fit a head in it.
Oh, this is brilliant, thank you.
Actually doing this. All right.
Not that I actually know or anything. I just happen to have head-sized metal containers lying around.
Well, I'm
That's
going
fine.
to need some...
Clang, clang. Sucks.
Right, I'm gonna need some material components for acid, but not acid, but for preservatives. Anyway, Crankulax needs to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So
Send him a sending.
I cast sending to Crankulax, and I say, new information. Cavoli forces gathering at Fort Vic. Also,
East of Fort Vic. East of Fort Vic.
east of Fort Vic. Also preparing some sort of ritual ground. Please advise.
This is cool.
You
That
also
was
need to tell him about the dragon too.
later.
Okay.
Not a goddamn email service, okay?
I mean, like right now, literally you are.
Yeah, kind of are right now.
I'm a fucking arcane pager. Let's do this.
You are SIM, Soren Instant Messenger.
Beep beep.
No, AIM, Arcane Instant Messenger.
You send the sending.
He replies.
Thank you. We will pray for a southern approach. Good if they're heading at the east, approach from the south.
Oh. So,
Good. Keep at it. Pretty
So,
much.
like-
He acknowledges thanks.
Okay, well he knows. Right, scrying.
What was that, Anton?
somebody mentioned that like the Akunite army was marching on the cradle. Is that info we knew? I thought they were defending from a Cavoli army. Yeah. And
Yeah.
did he just say that they'll do a southern approach?
No, he said that they will
prepare
they will,
for a
yeah.
southern
Prepare a
approach.
southern
They'll
approach,
prepare
yeah.
for an encroaching
Oh.
southern approach. Yeah.
The clearest
from-
way
from
there
to
is
Akun.
Yeah, I got you.
up to the Lake of Ash, yeah.
Yeah.
Down the river.
And
Through the
then
woods to grandmother's house we go.
down by the river. Alright. Okay, so here's the next thing that I can do. I'm gonna try and scry on that location. They're gathering east of Fort Vic? That's pretty vague, actually.
Yeah, like- I think you have to be familiar with the location or something, don't you?
Well, hang on.
For reference, I checked and it's about 10 days travel to Fort Vic for us.
Yeah, let's see here. Person, I can also... Oh, it's on a person. A particular creature, rather than a place.
You can cast it on a location, I believe.
Okay, cool.
I can't remember what the.
Save modifier is first hand, have been there, familiar. -5 connection, likeness, or picture. Okay. I see, yeah.
Yeah. Instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you have seen
Okay.
before as the
Yeah,
target
I've
of this
seen
spell.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't. I haven't seen it before. Damn, and I haven't. We didn't
What
go
if you
through
try?
them.
Try scrying on diligence.
Oh, she's probably warded from that, but I don't know her.
Try it.
I'm not familiar. Well, I do have a picture of her. Hello. Ah, that helps. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we have
If
a
you need-
picture. We've got a name. We've got Vigil's description.
Yeah.
It'd be a second hand, but with the likeness or picture, so you have a chance.
+3.
Okay. This is big magic, so I can do this twice. Well, 3 times technically, but the third is gonna make my head hurt.
I feel like there is a low chance we'll be fighting anything today. Just give it a shot.
Okay. I will once again set up.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before we do this,
Yeah.
we've been able to see the sensors with the lantern before, we not?
Mhm.
What is to say she does not know the same?
It doesn't
She'll
matter.
see a sensor, she won't know anything else.
Exactly. She is the leader of the new Cavoli. She will assume Akun is scrying on her, or who the fuck knows. The cell is scrying on her.
It could be anyone.
Yes, but if Tajikar
Oh.
can peer through time, can peer through this arcane, how
Tajikar
do
is
we
such
know?
a wild card that look, we can't really play around him.
I kind of want to scry on him as well, but I don't think it'll work.
Like he's powerful enough that he can do anything the fuck he wants, and we can't stop him. So don't bother. Don't worry about him.
Well, I'm assuming that the current Cavoli leadership potentially has things trace these things.
I don't.
No, because they didn't even know that you're a traitor working for Akun. They clearly aren't omnipotent.
Hi, Arcanist here. As far as I know, magic doesn't exist that can do that. Now, Firesight's different because it works through evocation, and he's a master of fire magic. It's not normal for people to be able to do that, but if she does know it's me, well, boo fuckity who. So what? I'm clearly not an ally of Kavol.
I would also say, like, if you were thinking about scrying on Tajikar, may not be the best idea. If the because you tried, didn't you try to do like sending to him before and it didn't really work?
Yeah, no, it didn't work at all. And,
Yeah,
and it's
it
very
may- it may
possible
be-
he might be somewhere that's warded against any kind of magic like that, like arcane magic.
Yeah. So it may be a waste to try to scry on him.
Isn't the correct thing to do to try and
Yeah.
see if it fails?
Exactly.
Yeah, go for it.
So, you know.
Is no. Oh, yeah, okay. Just wanted- if
It's
we're
one spell. It's
doing anything else today.
it's a bit of an effort, but it's not monumental or anything. So
Right.
I'm gonna set the mirror down in front of me, and what type of magic is this? Divination. What does Soren's divination magic look like? I haven't thought of that. More fire.
Yeah.
Actually, it isn't.
Identifies divination.
What colors does
So
Frey
is-
Red identify with?
Particularly pale bluey purple.
Okay. Neat. Okay, so Soren sits down with the mirror and starts casting the scrying ritual over it. And again, fire, but in her colors, in shifting sort of flickery, pale blue, bluish purple, surrounds him kind of in a ring. It's different than his normal magic, but it's familiar. Like it's like an echo of two different sides. But it's completely absent the normal gold. And
Your eyes roll up into your head.
okay, that's uncomfortable.
You are in a chamber. Because somebody rolled a natural 1 on a wisdom save.
Oh my god, really? Holy shit.
It is a chamber of almost pure black stone. Scarred with lines of heat. They seem to glow menacingly. You see a figure kneeling before you. You are behind them, up and above, maybe 3 feet behind the point between their shoulders. They are in ornate, master-crafted, and flawless Cavoli plate. You see out the back a pair of leathery bat-like wings that along the front, dark, burning feathers crown. Her cape, made to accommodate the wings, pulls behind her. You see the symbol of Kavol with 3 marks, but each is a blade. Flaming blades. Her hair, which runs loosely down her back, is in constant motion, as if wafting in a moving warm air. You see that the sketch is accurate. On the left side of her face, this one huge horn coils back. You see licks of flame coming up over the face. You hear words.
The ritual site has been prepared, my lady. Our armies move east will the support we need come through. And then you hear a second voice. It is a voice that could only be described as beautiful, coming from somewhere in the room and you're not sure where. Of course, my daughter mine. I will provide the forces you need, so long as the price is paid. You shall have what you seek, and I trust that you will not revoke your commitment to our pact. You see Diligence look up. No, I will give you what you need. Price for price. Why must we have the shield captain? You need the old blood. Yours is forever changed. What of the other with them? Is he? No. Nor is he. Nor are your inquisitors. It is you or he, and I would rather not see you die. And Your blood is mine now, daughter. Diligence stands. Yes. She seems to stop for a moment, and you hear the ethereal voice go, Daughter mine, is there something on your mind? No, my lady. No. I... Yes, I received word. He has arrived at Fort Denis. He's been brought here. He should be here within 2 days. Should I find him suitable, we will move east. Good. You've pleased me, daughter mine. Let me grant you a boon. You watch his diligence takes a step forward, and you see that the front of this isn't a shrine to Kavol, but another entity.
Dun dun dun.
You see a depiction in the same broad style to a pair of pairs of angelic wings splayed across the stone, again in these lines of heat. And you see a vaguely female warrior standing proud, and one that could easily be mistaken for a figure of justice anywhere else. But there is something off. It's hard to put a finger on it, but there's a menacing presence emanating from this. And you watch as Diligent stands and steps closer to it, and the lines of heat begin to almost pour from the stone. The light forming an ethereal glowing hand that reaches forward to cup the side, the more fiendish side of Diligence's face, and you watch as the heat almost goes into her. You see Diligence tense, grunting, bearing, taking the pain. There is a flare of power within her. And the connection vanishes.
Oh no.
Did we all see that or just Soren?
Just me.
That would have been just Soren.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, great. Vigil,
What?
you can't go there.
Okay.
Let me back up. I explain everything I saw in the most excruciating detail possible. That's why. She needs you for something.
Needs my blood.
Old blood, apparently. Not you, Vigil. No, Enzo, sorry. Enzo, she doesn't need yours, doesn't need the Inquisitors, needs something Vigil has specifically in his blood, which... So, you know.
That's why you had wings. You have different blood than the rest of us.
It's true.
She has wings now. Feathery, weird-ass bat wings. She's changed, Vigil. I imagine she didn't have feathery bat wings when you last saw her.
No, and she also didn't look like she'd fucked a devil I saw.
And the thing is, she's got some sort of... I think this is like a patron situation, sort of...
Ooh.
Sort of like you, Enzo.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
She talked about a pact that she'd made, and it might be a similar situation. I could be making assumptions. Maybe it's just a deal she's made with this entity, but the voice was beautiful. I mean, if I hadn't known better, I would have thought angel or something, but something was wrong.
mean-
Something was very wrong.
Like a devil, maybe? Right?
I don't know.
Did you see anything else? Any visuals? Anything?
Yeah, no, and I described the figure, the hand coming out of the wall, the angelic wings, the sigil of Kavol on, like, I described everything that I saw, and I did actually write the whole conversation down.
Yeah,
I was
Does
writing
that-
frantically the whole time.
Does
Did
that
we
sound
choose-
familiar to me, Owen?
Or me, for that matter.
Or me,
religion.
probably not to me.
Or Turk, actually.
Or
Sorry,
the Durgar.
What'd
Or
you
the
say?
Turk.
Religion checks, please.
Yeah.
Am I
Sabra-
doing it with advantage given my history or not?
Yes.
I always like to roll random checks, just because if I nat 20 and then we
Really?
see that some bullshit patron knowledge comes out.
God fucking damn it. 10 and
So-
1.
So specifically religion.
It would be religion, yeah.
Sabrak,
Okay,
do you know
not
anything
great at this
about
one.
a figure like that?
Uh,
Fucking 10 and 1. Jesus.
I roll for Urag.
I roll for Jennifer, who has a -2 in wisdom.
Ureg knows not of this winged feed.
Religion is int.
I don't have a clue.
Got that accent.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Enzo's met Urag. I could be Urag too.
Maybe Ureg could also be Ureg.
You know,
Urag.
deep down, aren't we all Urag inside?
I need to lower register slightly.
It's
Alright,
good.
alright.
It's good.
You fucks.
I'm just judging it on how accurate it is to Ureg's voice. You're judging it on how accurate it is to an actual Russian accent, which I think. But they're two different
There is-
measures here.
If there's a line between your Urag voice and my Nikolai voice, it is very thin. I think the right one.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Juniper's just really annoying.
Can confirm. Hey, Owen.
Glad you guys
That's
didn't
okay.
make Trigwin.
23 religion, 18 religion.
yeah.
Hey, what?
This is one of the situations where I'm just double checking everything.
Because
so
we
I
are
don't-
frantically.
Pawing through notes.
There's like information coming up. I'm like, oh shit.
So OOC, what do you guys think? Well, or
Holy
IC.
shit! That was cool.
I think we're skipping the cradle and we're going to Fort Veek, right? Because like, what are we just gonna show up to the place where they want to sacrifice us? No, thank you.
Oh well, Vigil.
I think
We need to have a conversation about this in character.
Sure.
Yeah, like seriously.
but out of character. I think I know who this is.
Yeah, I wrote down the whole thing. That's why I was literally like writing the whole.
You actually got a full transcript.
Just
I
about.
wrote down the
Impressive.
important parts.
Thank you.
Well done. Holy shit, that's speedy.
Dispatch writing.
Visuals
Yeah.
of the old blood.
If
They
I'm
ruined the
typing it
human typewriter.
What was the figure on the shrine at the end? Pair of angelic wings, female warrior.
Yeah.
Yep.
She would have been vaguely female.
Did we hear?
Justice.
Well, we didn't hear anything. But did you hear the person Diligence was speaking to?
I did.
But like, did you see them? Sorry, I meant.
No, I only saw like the apparition of like a heat
So
wave.
could it have-
and-
Could it have been that the shrine, the voice was from the shrine? Probably.
Is something. I don't know.
Like, I don't think it was a physical creature in the room with her.
Something I will say, Soren, is as the image is processed, the wings, the feathers were almost flame-like.
Mm-hmm.
Each feather was like its own little flame. So, Enzo, not really sure.
Sure. Fair enough.
Angeliki, maybe? That seems a bit weird, all things considered. Turk, haven't heard any stories relevant or learned any stories relevant to this, unfortunately.
Nope.
Soren.
I rolled the wrong check, didn't I? Is it religion, not history?
Yes, religion, not history.
Oh, my bad.
That's good.
15.
Do you have advantage? Oh.
Yeah, because it's specifically
Kibble.
relating to my bullshit.
Couple related.
Specifically related to my bullshit.
To my bullshit.
Maybe Vigil knows a name,
It's-
but I know a history? I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those. Hang on. Owen is trying to pass information through information and figure things out that he'd half figured out, but they were not quite done with the cooking time.
Sorry.
I know that
Just
feeling.
tell us next time.
Yeah.
Man. Tell us next session.
Could do. That feels like a cop out.
That's fine. But we're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
We all come back next week with a fully formed response to that.
It's
Otherwise,
at the end
There
of
is-
this, like the end of this episode is just a slow zoom in on Soren's face, and then like just
Yeah.
the look of realization, and then he looks up in the middle distance, and then cut to black, and that's the
What
end
is
of the
that?
episode.
What is it?
I-
K-drama now? Jesus.
I will say that Soren and Vigil, you both know relevant information.
Okay.
See, the difficulty thing is the way Vigil would know it is through Kavoli religious teachings, which have interesting interpretations. of
Sure,
certain-
yeah.
So it's more
Yeah.
how would that interpretation come through?
Perfect. Like, I imagine it's a situation where, Soren says the destroyer and Vigil goes the creator at the same time.
Hmm.
I
okay.
would say that Vigil,
Savior.
you would recognize it as who was taught to you to be the champion and protector of the first heaven.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Okay.
Sick.
And what do I know?
We'll come to that next time,
Ah!
Oh, okay. All right.
as Vigil would likely know more connected to that.
True.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
The Cavoli are gonna sacrifice some shit probably, or they have a ritual.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, guys. That's gonna be it for us this evening. We're ending just on time. Sorry about the long break and the disconnect. We had some internet issues. Just so everybody who's still here knows, we're running a giveaway because it has been officially a year since we started streaming. Yay! To enter the giveaway, I'm gonna do a tweet
Good shit.
after this. So to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is comment with one of your favorite moments from any episode from the last 39 episodes of this crazy adventure we're on. And I will pick a winner next week on stream. So yeah, look out for that tweet. It'll be at RuneSale. Yeah, we're getting into some crazy shit now, guys. I'm excited about this. Anton, what is your don't do XYZ advice for this week?
Oh Jesus! Don't piss off a bronze dragon. I think that might have been last time's.
Yep.
Don't work with an evil empire that's allied with devils and just probably gonna sacrifice you. Just don't.
Sound advice. Sound
Just
advice.
don't.
To be fair, I was born in it.
To
Don't
be fair.
don't offer to have your arm cut off in favor of a cyborg one, no matter
Ooh,
how
yeah.
cool the cyborg arm is.
Yeah.
I do like the mere acceptance of a cyborg dwarf.
We're just like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever.
You know,
It's like
I am
Turk is just like,
100% down.
you do you.
If he's down, then I'm down.
This session went from having very few notes to suddenly all the notes, so that's
All
fun.
of the notes.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Hell yeah.
Anton, I will say they have some very, very loose rules for like prosthetics
Ooh.
and stuff in the Eberron book.
That just came out.
I don't know. They weren't quite what I expected. No, not
Mm.
quite. So I have ideas that I'm going to play with. I will send you some stuff if you're actually wanting to.
Sure,
see
yeah.
that.
Get back to me.
Okay.
I apologize for getting you excited about that. I just thought
I
it was-
wasn't kidding. My body's
Oh, no,
not
no,
real. My
no.
body's made of glass.
Guys!
Look at mess with it.
Anyway.
Trying to do an outro here.
Oh yeah, if we're still online.
We
Shit.
are, yeah, guys. All right, so we'll see you next week, same bat time, 6 p.m. GMT, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, whatever. We will see you next week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Be good to each other, and if you can't do that, fuck off. See you later.
Vigil cast command on all of you. Return next week.
Bye.
Peace.